Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
Well, Raphael Nakacinda has been sent to prison. So the current Secretary General for the PAF that has remained for Edgar Lungu has been sent to prison. So the Patriotic Front posted this. What is whoever posted it was in court hearing the case. So as they say, as expected, Magistrate Court jails PF SG Honorable Raphael Nakacinda for 18 months in prison. So the details are latest. This was posted by Kalemba. Kalemba says, Raphael Nakacinda will spend the next 18 months in jail for dragging the judiciary in his political rhetoric in the Lusaka Magistrate Court as ruled this morning. Nakacinda, the Secretary General for the former President Edgar Lungu's part of the PF, claimed President Hakainde Hichilema had been having dark corner meetings with judges to influence judicial outcomes, but failed to prove the claims in court. So that's what he's being jailed for. Obviously, the UPND responded. The UPND said Raphael binoculars Nakacinda to spend 18 months in prison for accusing judiciary of having secret meetings with Hakainde Hichilema, or HH in short. And also, Mausampa also says, so it's safe to say that everything he alleges he cannot prove. I reminded him last Friday on Diamond TV that no one is above the law, especially when the judiciary, with the judiciary. He was very cocky. Anyway, I empathize and trust. He has many sureties like Dr. Luo Kandaluo, for his bail. That's what it means there. That's Mao Sampa's giving his own view over the jail of Raphael Nakacinda. The UPND goes further to say he will appeal the same. You appeal to the same judges he was accusing. Then he will be. Then they will give him 10 years for insulting their integrity. So they say, in as much as it's expected, he's going to appeal the case. But the outcome is probably there will be an upgrade to the number of years that he's going to be jailed for. That's what the UPND say there. What is the Fed members weighed in on the wrangles between Edgar Lungu and Mao Sampa. So Edgar Lungu, Fed member says, give PF back to Edgar Lungu and team. It is no longer in doubt that Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND have been working determinedly, determinedly to destroy the PF. And they have not hidden their evil intentions. They have been, they have gone about, which is true, to say that Mr. Mao Sampa, who is holding on to the PF, and it's Mr. Hichilema, through a registrar of societies, that has planned this through all the way. So pretty much what is insinuating Fred there is that this fight between Edgar Lungu and Mao Sampa is been backed by President Hakainde Hichilema in that article that he has published. Yeah, and then now he's simply appealing to say, just give back the PF to Edgar Lungu. That's Fred member there. He's saying Mao Sampa is simply a stooge or a pawn that they are using in this game that they are playing, but the real force is President Hakainde Hichilema, alleges Fred member. Mao Sampa responded immediately. He was like, 2021 general election results, Mao's B Sampa, 55,000, material constituency only. Fred member, 16,000, the entire Zambia. He is simply an electable merchant of hatred and should stick to his political, results, edgements. So pretty much he's saying Mausamba there, his response is that he's more famous than Fred Membe. Based on those results that he got in 2021, he's not at the same level with Mausamba, who got 55,000. What is that's just material constituency. While is Fred got 16,000 the entire country. And obviously, he goes further to say, Fred Member, this is Mausamba, still doubling down. He did not receive that endorsement Edgar Lungu received from Fred Member very well. So Mausamba goes further to say, Fred Member now all of a sudden has dementia on the PF matters from 2011 through to 2024. UPND has zero to do with PF internal matters. Unlike Socialist Party, where he is the dictator, PF is democratic. The Socialist Party to have the convention first before you poke your nose in PF matters. So simply saying, let Fred Member look at his own speck in his eye before. Look at the log that's saying there, instead of poking his nose in the fight within internal wrangles of the PF. And the Mausamba says that the UPND has nothing to do with that. Zero. These are just internal wrangles, according to Mausamba. He goes further to even post Edgar Lungu. So this is an image of Edgar Lungu and the Mausamba from, it was posted on August 29th, 2014. So he says the fruitful lunch with a new Secretary General for PF, Honorable Lungu, Edgar Lungu. We worked very well together during the 2011 elections. So you did a throwback there. That's Mausamba's post. But given Ninda has had a meeting just after what's his name, Raphael Nakacinda was arrested, imprisoned, in fact, not arrested. He's gone to prison. That's the judgment from the court. Given Ninda posted this from the meeting that he had, so this was posted on the Patriotic Front page. They say British High Commissioner officials meet Patriotic Front leaders. Patriotic Front Vice President Honorable Given Win and other senior leaders met officials from the British Commissioner who came to pay a courtesy call at the PF Secretariat. So it seems like the Edgar Lungu campus has been running the Secretariat. And like earlier on where Mausampa had locked it up on those wrangles that they kept on having back and forth. So it seems like the ones that are running the Secretariat are Edgar Lungu's camp, which is usually the day-to-day office operation are run by Raphael Nakacinda, the one that has been imprisoned, and given Luvinda, the vice president. So those are some of the images from that meeting. But another news which has been trending is that the Catholic bishops invited Edgar Lungu. This should be at CCJ, the one that is in Kablonga, along should be Bishop Road. Yeah, pretty much Kablonga, that area where they have their offices for Catholic bishops. So one of the bishops invited Edgar Lungu to go and meet him there to go and have lunch. No sooner had he arrived than the police also accompanied, broke into the office pretty much. And in this particular video, the officer simply is claiming to say, and the bishop cannot host Edgar Lungu. And the number of people that there were just about 5 people, so he cannot say it was a big meeting. It was simply the nuns. There were a couple of nuns during the meeting, and also the priest, the bishop that invited Edgar Lungu. So it was the bishop was like, hey, this is my private office. I can invite whoever I want to invite in my office. I do not need to seek permission. Even the head of state, President Nakacinda, can come. He's willing if he wants to visit me. I'm not a political individual, pretty much. They go back and forth with the police officer. But you can see the police officer has been instructed to go and implement something, but he was like, he could not explain what law he was using to justify why Edgar Lungu shouldn't be at the Catholic offices, or in particular in this office. So Edgar Lungu was accompanied by JJ Banda from Petauke, and that lady, that is also on suspension. So JJ Banda and the lady that had called President Nakacinda my liar on 30 days suspension. So they've been moving with President Edgar Lungu wherever he goes. So those are the people that you see there on that screenshot. But otherwise, the police officer could not justify why he wanted to take Edgar Lungu, and the Catholics stood their ground. They simply said, "You're not going with him." So it's either you take them too, but they did not want that. So the police officers ended up just going back. So that interaction was totally unnecessary. I think Edgar Lungu ended up having lunch with the nuns and the bishops there at the end of the thing. This was unnecessary, quite honestly. They should have strategized more. Now they're just increasing more sympathy towards Edgar Lungu. Even the people that were disregarded him, the more they keep on doing things that are antagonistic, that totally unnecessary. Because either way, if they were going to arrest him, or very soon you're going to hear a statement coming from the Catholic Church, because those are their offices that the police intruded in. So the statement is likely to come from the Catholic Church, not even Edgar Lungu's camp or the PF. So now it will end back to what has been going back and forth. It end up being like a Catholic a Catholic fight with a UPND, which is it's not, but that's the way it's going to be painted. Because if you break into the offices of the church, you don't expect them to be quiet. They're the ones who are going to respond. So that's likely to be the next line of news. It's going to be a back and forth between the Catholic Church and the UPND government. This thing would have easily just been ignored. If Edgar Lungu was just led to have that meeting, it wouldn't have even trended the way it has trended now. This wouldn't be the conversation in the nation. But now it has taken over the conversation in the nation, because now it's like every Catholic now is trying to get involved. In as much as they're not involved, you can't expect sympathy to go that way. Anyway, whoever is advising the team that decided to instruct that they're going to disrupt that private meeting in an office, I do not know what strategy they are using. Anyway, we wait and see how it plays out. But that's the news. The police officers ended up failing to take Edgar Lungu because the Catholics were like, they're going with them, and they didn't want that. So they just had to step out, and the lunch happened. So I don't know how that plays out, but definitely expect a letter coming from the Catholic Church. It might even be out by the time I'm broadcasting, if not by the end of the day. That you expect, because those are their offices. Anyway, that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on in the nation.